Okay, he's putting his glasses down. I got Clay in the kitchen.
Hey, we're making coleslaw.
Clay is the best cook ever.
Alright, we cut up, ground up a bunch of carrots, some green cabbage and some purple cabbage. And now I'm making the slaw part.
Okay.
Which was 4 tablespoons of, for that much cabbage, I used 4 tablespoons of white vinegar, 2 cups of mayonnaise, salt and pepper to taste, that's up to you, a cup of sugar, and we're going to blend it all together. I also put celery salt, and I also put a little bit of oregano in there.
And also, too, it was 2 large heads of cabbage, right? And 4 carrots.
Yeah, it was 1 green head. The head of cabbage were about that big. I used a red cabbage and a green cabbage.
And this is the big old bowl that we make it in. So he is in the kitchen.
I didn't want to dirty up more dishes, so I'm using the handy dandy little chopper we use for chopping the cabbage and everything, and I'm mixing my juice in there.
So this is like the best cabbage ever. Cabbage salad, I should say.
Use a spoon to anything splashed up, I'll add it to the mix. One more good spoon. Alright, now we're going to add it to the slaw. And as you can see, it's nice and creamy. Take my cutter blade out of there. Put that on the plate that I used to cut up the carrots. Move that all over
For the dishes.
for Mom and the dishes.
The never-ending dishes.
Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour it over the top. I use my handy dandy little spoon here to scrape out as much as I can, because even though it doesn't look like it's much of a mixture, cabbage has water in it, and as cabbage sets for hours with something, especially with salt on it, it releases the water, which makes more juice for your cabbage salad.
So this is going to go in the refrigerator for a while.
Yes, this will go in the refrigerator for a few hours, and
that's what we'll have for supper. Right? Just slaw.
Just some slaw. Okay. Just mix it up good and get everything nice and wet. I may have to make up another batch of juice, but I don't know if I'm going to need to. We'll find out after it sets for a few hours. If it doesn't, or if it does, I'll add to it. And if it releases enough water from this, it'll just stir it up and it'll be even more wet. And then you'll have, almost dropped my juice. Been drinking a lot of,
well,
it's getting wet. I've been drinking 7-Up and that because of my throat and losing my voice and everything. Yeah, this will be plenty.
Look how pretty. And we like to make a great big bowl because...
Yeah, the oranges and the purple and the green, and you have all the salt and pepper. And once you get this all mixed, you know, give it a little taste. You may need more salt. You may want just a little more vinegar in it. You may want less sugar. You may want, and just try it the first time and keep mixing. See how it's getting, everything's all getting nice and wet. I don't think I'll have to make any more of this. That was plenty.
And the recipe's so easy. And
yeah, it's a very easy recipe.
And you can see that it looks a little dry, but once you let it set for a while...
It's not dry, it's wet.
No, right, but I mean, it is wet, that's
it's
true.
Pretty wet.
In the camera, it doesn't look as wet.
And once it sets, it'll get even wetter. You may have to drain some of the juice off it, unless you like really juicy coleslaw. But this is great. I think this will be all right, dear.
And we'll eat it tomorrow for lunch.
Level it all out and let the salt do its job, help us take some of the liquid out of the cabbage. Now we'll cover that up and put it in the fridge. And we'll have some of that for supper tonight.
And lunch tomorrow.
And I'll take some to work, because I love coleslaw.
So sometimes Clay and I, we kind of eat, we'll just eat like that sometimes, because it's so good. You will love it. Okay,
This
so
is Clay and Ruthie from Pope's Backyard Farm saying enjoy the fresh harvest of cabbage and carrots for the season and make yourself some coleslaw. Bye-bye.